ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
Breaking news, a family mourning their loved one after a crash in Chula Vista tonight. It happened at Twin Oaks and Kearney Street just after 8 o'clock this evening. Our 10 News breaking news tracker is on the scene. Police say the car hit a parked car and rolled over, killing the driver. Investigators shut down the area as they try to piece together the cause of the crash.
Also tonight, cleanup is still underway for those in the path of the Valley Fire. Firefighters are working towards 100% containment more than a week after it started. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo gives us a closer look at the damage left behind.
For some businesses, rebuilding is just an added challenge for those already struggling because of the pandemic.
Unfortunately, I got no electricity.
This is how close the flames of the Valley Fire got to Thomas McKinnon's property. McKinnon owns Alpine Dog Ranch, a vacation ranch for dogs to stay while their owners are away.
They're part of the family. They're all my little children. So that was my first concern, of course.
McKinnon had 9 dogs the day of the fire. He quickly put them into a van and tried to get out.
We couldn't see anymore. I had to back down the road back to the ranch. We couldn't get out. So we were trapped inside.
Trapped inside as flames were closing in. McKinnon and his neighbors gathered in an open field until the fire passed. Firefighters saving the ranch. No one was hurt.
Take charge and fight this dragon is really something to behold. And then to see these tankers drop all this stuff is just amazing.
Monday, our cameras captured a look at the devastation left behind by the fire that burned over 17,000 acres. Much of Lawson Valley charred. 30 homes were lost, cars now melted metal. Like so many others, McKinnon is now left to clean up.
Equipment, ladders, tools, all my sprinkler lines, those kind of things need to be replaced, and then we need to clean up and put wood chips over all the burnt areas.
Hoping to get back to work and get his business back on its feet.
With the COVID, and I think many dog boarding places have been suffering because no one's traveling. So it's been a rough year for all of us.
There is a GoFundMe for the Alpine Dog Ranch, and you can find a link on our website, 10news.com. Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
At last report, the Valley Fire was 87% contained. It burned more than 17,600 acres and destroyed at least 30 homes. All evacuations and road closures were canceled last Friday. Fire crews are still on scene mopping up those hot spots. The cause, though, remains under investigation.
San Diego's air quality is taking a big hit from the wildfires burning in California and Oregon. The interim director of the San Diego Air Pollution Control District says smoke from Oregon rose to the upper atmosphere and blew south, combining with the smoke here. The combination has created an unhealthy level of what's called particulate pollution. That means you should limit your time outdoors. Onshore winds later this week could help break up the blanket of smoke.
President Trump joined Governor Gavin Newsom for a roundtable on California's wildfires today. The president reiterated his belief that the fires are growing exponentially worse because of poor forest management. Governor Newsom disagreed, saying the science on climate change is clear.
The ferocity of these fires, the drought, 5+ years, losing 163 million trees to that drought. Something's happened to the plumbing of the world. And we come from a perspective, humbly, where we submit the science is, in and observed evidence is self-evident that climate change is real, and that is exacerbating this.
More than 5 million acres have burned on the West Coast in the last 3 weeks. The president has threatened to withhold federal aid from California and other states if forest management policies are not changed.
A hectic scene in Sacramento outside the presidential appearance today. A CHP cruiser and at least one other civilian vehicle struck protesters. Video shows a group of several protesters approaching the cruiser at an intersection. One man attempts to climb on, another makes it to the roof of the cruiser when the officer speeds off. They both fell off. Protest organizers say 6 activists were hit by Trump supporters in cars. The exact numbers have not yet been confirmed.
Tomorrow, President Trump will take part in a national town hall where no question is off limits. You can watch The President and the People at 9 p.m. right here on ABC 10.
Today, students in the dorms at San Diego State University are no longer under a stay-at-home order. As ABC 10 News reporter Jennifer Kastner learned, there are concerns now that at least 627 cases of COVID have been connected to the campus since the start of the fall semester.
ABC 10 News visited SDSU this afternoon. It was hardly the bustling campus it usually is, despite the lift in stay-at-home orders. After being under a stay-at-home order for more than a week, students in the San Diego State University dorms are now allowed to freely come and go. The order, lifted Monday morning, had asked that they only leave for essentials after the university was hit with a spike in COVID-19 cases. All in-person instruction was paused a week and a half ago.
I mean, the first week of school, I think the cases were at like 30 or 60, and then just like in 2 weeks, it's up to like 600. So it's definitely like spreading fast.
Emma Schelling is a freshman.
We'll just be walking and someone will be like, oh yeah, I think I have corona. Like, it's insane how many people I've like heard have it or just like come into contact with already. It's just like, it's just scary.
This weekend, 23 new cases were reported. Since classes started in late August, there have been more than 600 confirmed or probable cases. The school claims the majority of students testing positive live in off-campus housing that's not managed by SDSU. Meanwhile, Paloma Nazarene University has expanded its on-campus housing for an additional 500-plus students after it reportedly got updated guidance from local and state health officials. According to a campus spokesperson, many of those students moved in this past weekend after getting tested and completing safety courses. All campus instruction remains virtual. Representatives from both schools said they were unable to provide interviews Monday about plans moving forward. Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Here are the latest local COVID numbers. The county reported another 208 cases today, bringing our total to 42,800. There were no new deaths reported today, which is typical for a Monday. That number stands at 734.
Tomorrow's County Board of Supervisors meeting could get heated. Supervisor Jim Desmond says he will propose allowing all businesses to open up in San Diego County if they can operate safely, but without enforcing state COVID-19 rules. He says the state has given San Diego County, quote, impossible guidelines. He's referring to the state's 4-tier color-coded system that's based on the county's number of cases and percentage of positive tests. On Twitter, Supervisor Nathan Fletcher called Desmond's proposals reckless and irresponsible.
It's a financial shot in the arm for businesses impacted by the pandemic. Tomorrow, a nonprofit organization is launching a program to inject nearly $28,000 into the downtown economy through gift cards. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura explains how it works.
This is the front of the shop here. We have our new arrivals on the wall.
Feel It Records is a record store in downtown San Diego. Owner Mark Allen says they were hit hard by the pandemic.
It's been rough. Shut down for 2 months was not, that easy to get through, but we managed to open up again.
In July, the Downtown San Diego Partnership launched a program to help businesses like Feel It Records. The nonprofit launched a downtown loyalty program. Sarah Brothers with the Downtown San Diego Partnership says it was a success.
It's actually a digital gift card sale that connects consumers, so you're able to go through and buy a $25 gift card to some of your downtown favorite locations. And for every $25 purchase, you get a free $10 that's actually funded by philanthropy.
Meaning the customer got more than what they paid for. And it's extra revenue for the business at the receiving end as well. Nearly $23,000 went to downtown San Diego businesses through those gift cards, selling out in 4 days.
So you don't have to wait until the customer comes in to shop. So it really helped last time to have that initial, flow of cash flow to help us get through right at that time.
I think it really speaks to the character of San Diego. I mean, we are a community that really appreciates our local small businesses. We understand how much they drive the character of our neighborhoods, and we want them to be able to get through this.
Now they're relaunching a second round of the program. More gift cards will be available Tuesday at noon. They can be purchased online. This time, the Downtown San Diego Partnership says more money is available, nearly $28,000. Nearly 50 vendors are taking part in it, including Feel It Records.
Every little bit helps right now.
Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
A second person has died from a mass car crash on El Cajon Boulevard in Rolando. According to the Union Tribune, 22-year-old Kiana Taylor died Friday morning, 2 days after the crash that also killed her friend Casey Hargis. A driver reportedly suffered a medical issue and then crashed into the back of their stopped car that took place on Friday. Driver reportedly suffered a medical issue and crashed into the back of their stopped car near 70th Street last Wednesday. The impact pushed them into oncoming traffic, and their vehicle then burst into flames. 3 others were taken to the hospital.
The brother of Poway synagogue rabbi Israel Goldstein pleaded guilty to his role in a fraud scheme. Today, Mendel Goldstein admitted to evading taxes in federal court. Prosecutors say the brothers concealed more than $700,000 in income from the IRS. His brother, Rabbi Goldstein, pleaded guilty to wire fraud and conspiracy charges back in July. Prosecutors say he accepted fraudulent donations at the Chabad of Poway. Rabbi Goldstein is scheduled to be sentenced in April.
The manhunt continues for the gunman who ambushed 2 Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies in Compton Saturday night. New surveillance video shows the female deputy applying a tourniquet to her partner despite having multiple gunshot wounds herself. Both deputies are in stable condition at St. Francis Medical Center in Linwood. Saturday night, a small crowd of protesters gathered outside the hospital. The sheriff's department tweeted that protesters were yelling, "We hope they die." A local radio reporter who got caught up in the chaos was arrested by deputies for obstructing justice. The sheriff claimed the reporter was transitioning to an activist when she got too close to the deputies as they were making an arrest.